Hey dudes, in this episode we're going to talk about item elevators. I have a bald spot and we're going to do some building. It's TheeRealDuke and that's all happening right now. What is going on, dudes? It is TheeRealDuke and I'm coming to you from the Craftage Survival Multiplayer Vanilla Minecraft server. In case you didn't know, now you know. How you guys doing? Oh man, I think this is the last episode I'm going to get out before Christmas, which is something I happen to celebrate. If you don't, I'm kind of bummed for you in that you miss out on some loot, but there are many other holidays this holiday season that are equally cool and bring you equally large amounts of loot, and so I'm happy for you for those if you celebrate those. If not, go get yourself something nice, because you deserve it. Anyway, yeah, so we got some stuff. I got some cool stuff I want to show you guys. First of all, here is my bald spot. If you remember from last episode, I was talking about adding a little path over here, and as you can see, I did that. But basically, what it was, this kind of came out to about here, and then that went about like that way. Once upon a time, I had some netherrack burning here because I had zombies accumulating from this side of the fortress, trying to get at my homeboy up there. As part of my infinite villager spawner setup, which we got to get to again soon, because I need stuff. It's the reason for the season, right? Getting piles of things. Anyway, so I got this bald spot here. It's a little park. I need to think of something cool to put here. If you think of something cool to put here, please let me know. If it occurs to you, I would love to know. Love to hear it. I think maybe a fountain would be kind of appropriate. It doesn't matter too much, but I want to put something there that looks bare, right? Maybe a tree. I could just put a tree there, but I don't know. Anyway, we got to figure that out. But let's, here it is again. I know you just saw it, but this is the approach, and then it comes up the side here, which is pretty sweet. I mean, I like it. Yeah. What else we want to do? Well, we got to get to the item elevator down below. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about item elevators, and, actually, I can go this way. I'm going to go this way. Need to sort this kind of garbage out in here. Alright, so what I want to talk to you guys about with regards to item elevators is, there's two kinds of really good item elevators right now, and I'm using one kind which is more like old school variety kind. I guess we call it the gas-powered variety. Gas-powered elevator. Never runs out of gas. It's tried and true. We know it works. It's a little noisy, somewhat clumsy, somewhat inelegant with regards to its design relative to the other design that is available at our disposal currently. Holy crap. And I built both of them for you, and I'm going to show you both of them, and then I'm going to tell you why I picked the old school way over this current way, and it'll make sense why I did that. Because you'd be like, oh, that's so cool, why you do this? Why you have junk one? You know how to do it, clearly. You've showed us, and you're handsome. And those things are all true, and I appreciate that you said all those things. If I can get rid of these little slime buggers slapping around over here, we can maybe get to work. Feels a little dim here. Little dim some. Ha! Delicious. Makes no sense. I'm in kind of a weird mood right now, and there's no reason for it. So, okay, here is the kind that I went with. We'll work this a little backwards, I guess, because I'm bad at planning things. And this looks like garbage back here, and it looks like it's my first day with redstone, and I understand that, but, don't worry about it, it works. So, basically what we have here, these are droppers, and this is the old school style. Old school since droppers came out, old school like a couple months. Anyway, so, whatever. When basically what happens is we have a clock, okay, and this is an inverter, okay, and this is a comparator. And so when the comparator says there's even just one single item in this dropper, which is connected to the input chest via just a little hopper there, right? So when it reads, so just on the other side of this lamp is the chest you just saw. Items are pulled out of the chest by this hopper. They get put into this dropper. This reads the presence of even just a single item in there, and it turns this inverter off. And then here is a delay. Okay, and it's a mess of ticks. I don't even know. It's like 4 ticks times. I'm bad with math. Is how many? So it's a lot of ticks, right? And that'll make sense in a second. But basically, this is my little vertical clock that I like doing. And this will just, it's a 2 tick. It's like click, 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 click. Maybe a little slower. And so it creates a pulse, and the pulse goes over here. It hits this dilly, which turns this off, which then allows this one to come on, which turns that one off. And as this pulse gets sent into here, which activates this hopper. You see how this is here? You see how this is like, it's like the whole thing, right? The current going into this dirt activates this dropper. When this flashes, it activates this dropper. When the current from this torch goes into this one, when it turns back on, it activates this dropper, and it just goes, it repeats that whole thing, tick, 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 all the way up the top, all the way up the line. And I got all out of here, so we'll go up and check it out. We'll go the long way one time, and then before we go up, I'll actually load items in, and then the delay will make sense, and the clock, the way the clock works, will make sense, and then we'll be able to see what's going on. But the cool way, the slick way, the way less noisy, the way less lag intensive, resource intensive way to do it is like this. So you say to me, I guess, why would you not do this? You have it built already. It's easy. It looks like it's made entirely of glass, virtually. Glass is easy to get. You're right by a desert. Don't be lazy and go dig some sand. Fair points. Okay, those are all fair points, and I'm going to show you how it works, which will strengthen your case against me even more. And I'm just going to take a small amount here so we can do this. I'm just going to throw 8 in there. Okay. So ideally, the setup would be, it would be set up in such a way that this is hooked up to a rapid pulsar, so it can be like pop, 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 pop. It spits all the items inside into a little tiny 1x1 cube, single cube void. Okay. The bottom of the void is actually the top of a glass block that is on top of the sticky piston, which is activated thusly. In this design that I'm showing you just for illustration purposes, okay? So that you understand this. There's way better ways to build this, way more efficient ways to do it even without a piston down here. But essentially, this will illustrate what the capabilities of this thing are and blow your freaking mind. It's going to be incredible, okay? So the items spit out there are connected to a rapid pulsar, which I have over here. At some point, now I'm going to trigger it manually, but you could have it easily wired in so that when it's spitting, this is down. When it's not spitting, this pops up, or when this pops up, it triggers it to stop spitting out, whatever you want to do. Now this is a solid 3x3 per level block of glass. There is no hole in the middle. There is no tube in the middle for them to go up. They literally, the items levitate upward through glass. No idea how someone figured out that this would happen, but it does happen, and it's a little bit noisy, so I'm just gonna fire all these out as a rapid pulsar. Click, 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 click. Boom, it's empty. All 8 of my items are in there, and then what? You're not gonna believe your eyes, but believe it. Watch. Boop. And they're gone. They float up. Do you believe it? Let's check here. I've been doing this for a little bit, so, you know. But let's do it again, and you'll see. So now, you see this one's empty. I'm going to load them in here. I'll do 16. Okay. See they're popping out? See it? See it? You seeing this? I'm going to turn the brightness up so it's easier to see. You know I play on the moody. Okay, so we can see up there very well. Now watch. What the frick? Are you serious? I'm just going to break this here so we can not hear that clicking. So there should be 16 in this chest. And holy sweet Mary Mother of Baby Jesus on Christmas morning. There they are. I don't know why. I have no idea why that works. But it doesn't seem that legit, does it? It's crazy. It's cool glitch. I'm not saying it's not legit. It's possible in the game. And if you feel cool about doing it, you should totally do it. I'm worried, okay, and this is why I didn't do it. I don't want to build this thing even though it's non-intensive. I don't want to build this thing and then it's patched, and then it doesn't work, and then I got to spend time building it again. That's my fear. That's the only reason that I decided not to do it. Is it easy to do? Yeah, it doesn't take much. It's glass. I got a bunch of freaking things up there anyway. Ovens, furnaces rather. I can smelt a bunch of glass. It's no big deal. Why wouldn't I just do it? And then I just rip the glass down. No big deal. Well, I don't want to build something twice. I just don't. That's just a thing. So I know I built this little example to show you, and I'm going to have to tear this down because it don't go here. But I just wanted you guys to see that. So that's one of the possibilities. The fact that I may have to tear it down because it may get patched in the future means I'm not going to do that. Now, the way that I'm going to show you is a little bit laggy, and it is such... I get a drop in frame rate here such that if I find out somehow, like maybe Jeb will throw a tweet out for whatever reason one day, be like, hey, it's Sunday. I can't do a Jeb voice, but hey, it's Sunday. I just want to let you guys know that glass item elevators won't ever be patched. They'll be good. Then I'll be like, oh, sweet. And I might even tear it down because it's very, I mean, there's a huge number of advantages. It seems a little glitchy, and I don't generally like doing things based on glitches necessarily, but I mean, it works. It works. It's something you can do. It's got repeatable results, so it's not accidental, you know what I mean? So we could do it, but it makes me go like, you know? And so that's the choice I made. You guys saw how I did it. There's nothing to it. There's no hidden redstone. Have you seen this? This is just a comparator on subtract mode. Power coming from the back, feeding into itself, and it flashes really fast. Brrr, it's nuts. It's going too fast, I think, to even really register correctly on 30 frames per second, which I got the video recording at, because you know how the YouTube do. Anyway, that's it. That's all the redstone. This is, you know, hooked up to this. You could stand here, spit all the stuff out, and just be like chunk whenever you feel like it. Chunk. Chunk. I don't know. I just that's what I'm gonna do. It said my piece. That's that. So here's the main input, and you'll be able to hear the clicking like crazy, which is one of the drawbacks of this. But I throw this in, and it starts feeding. You can see it shut this. It shut the inverter off. The delay's going, and now the clock is flashing. Okay, there is that clicking until all of these get filled up. Okay, and as they're all filled up, then the clicking stops, which is cool. But then we get to hear them all click again when it's empty. So, you know, that's what it is. No big deal. But basically, now what happens is the clock keeps running. So when this bottom one is empty, I'm explaining to you guys the delay that I have set up and why it's there. This is going to have a bunch of things in it, right? And we're getting down to the last ones right now out of that stack. Now it's officially empty, but it's still clicking, and so it's flushing the entire time. But the entire time the delay is filling up with the redstone signal, it's still continuing to process to try and force the remaining items inside the chain up to the top. So I'm gonna throw just another stack in, and then we will chase them up, and I will show you where it spits out, because I did run into a little snag, a little snaggy snag. So just as it's slowly emptying out here, the redstone signal is slowly leaving the timer set up here, it will slowly return, and this will be running extra during that time, just again to flush it all out. So let's take this up, and I'm getting some frame rate dropping on my screen. Let's see what we're doing here. If I hit F3, oh, I hit Shift F3. It's all good. Right now I'm getting 51 frames per second, so I don't think you're picking that up in the video, but normally I'm running at, you know, maybe a couple hundred frames per second, so I'm noticing it. Not that I can notice above 60 frames per second, but I notice a little bit when it stutters below. So, so here we are. Oh, and what's this? Well, right below me, could you hear those chunks? Right below me, when I dug straight down, from up here, right below me is the... Let's bust this. Yeah, can you see that? Can you see what that is? That is the sugarcane farm. So I had to run it horizontally a little bit over the top, and it's fine. It's just the signal carries up. It hits all of these. These all flash. There's nothing in them now, so they empty out. These all flash at the same time. So this current powers this dropper, This pulls current out of this dropper and then feeds it into this this hopper here, or dropper rather. But because I'm using the repeater, it pushes redstone power into this block and into this one. And then this continues the chain back up. And when we get up top, you will see where we are. So here we are. Look familiar? Look familiar? Yeah. So I have basically a buffer set up here, and it's 4 double chests. I could easily increase this. I feel like 4 double chests of loot from down in the mine, even with the haste 2, is enough for me to be bored with mining for one day to come back up and sort through it. Now I could easily also hook up a sorter to get rid of things like cobble or dirt or gravel, so that I can just walk up to this and just dump my entire inventory and not have to worry about it. There's a lot of space for me to do that. But what I wanted to do with you guys today, as we round out the episode here, is to do some of the building in here, so we can see exactly how I'd like to do this. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this. Okay, and I'm going to have this, not with that, I'm going to have this set up, and I'm going to eat again real quick. Munch, munch, munch. Basically, and I don't think we'll be able to get this whole thing done by the end of the episode, but that's alright. You'll see where I'm going with it, and it'll be done for next episode. Bloop. Okay, and so this is going to look like exactly the same as what we did down on the input, the master in file, down below. So, because I want to keep it odd numbered, but I don't want this to be a single chest where it would be in the middle. So, and then I'm using some of this quartz. Now, I don't have a lot, because I just haven't been to the nether trying to hunt very much of it down. So, you know, this is what I got. I'm gonna have to be frugal with it until I can get in there more and get some more stuff out. But you know, I want this to look nice. I want it to be, you know, somewhat formal. Maybe formal's the wrong word. I want it to look, you know, majestic or regal. It's important. It's a very important part of the base, and so I want it to look as if, you know, I want it to look the part, if that makes sense. So I want it to, you know, I want it to look as important as I feel it is, and I'm going to do that by using nice materials, by using some, you know, somewhat thoughtful design. What I would consider thoughtful design. I'm sure people are watching this now and going like, what the frick is he doing? He's making that look ridiculous. And, you know, maybe that's true. But, so now we got this nice little front on it here. And then what I want to do is, if I can just get up, throw a block up here to build against. Right now we're not going to see those blocks there, because I'm going to hide them with some stairs and smooth that out and fill it into the wall. And what I want to do alongside here is stone brickify it. I'm going to knock this torch out because that is in the way. And I brought some dirt along in case I need to build some kind of scaffolding to get up and about, move up and around. And I'm just, you know, obviously revisions are possible at this stage, and usually revisions are very, very necessary. So we're not going to get too attached to it until, you know, until we see where we're going with it, I guess. So I have these lining up here. That's cool. So I'll have another stone brick in the middle there, and another one along this. And then we'll keep actually the cobble in the middle, and we'll make it look like some stone brick strapping, I guess, if you want to call it. And I'll show you what I mean in 1 second. Check it out. Check it out. Boop. Okay. And then, you know what? I'm actually going to have it come out one. Like that. Yeah. And then up. Yes. And what we're going to do is have... I got some half slabs in here, right? Yeah. So we're going to keep it thin, low profile. Boom again. One more time. Oh, fail. Fail. I'm a pro at this. You know, you wish you had these skills, baby cakes. Boom, there we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stop fighting it and just nerd pull my way high enough to actually reach this. And then There we go. Right? How's that looking? What do you think? Let's get this there and there. Yep. Yeah, nailed it. What about up here? Come on, Ken. Come on, baby. Yeah. 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 Oh, lame. Sure. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Why can't I not get back up there? Because it's 1.5. Pro. Yeah, I think I'm digging this. I think I'm digging this quite a bit. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to finish the floor and the entire thing, like I said before, by the end of the episode, but that's cool. I don't want to spend too much time doing this. I just kind of want to show you guys how I figure out how to lay stuff out and kind of carry a design on, and then, you know, where I take cues from and stuff. So, and then we finish this with, yeah, like this. Boom. Right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let me just grab some cobble. Boom, boom. And there we go. Okay, so I have those, and where I'm drawing these cues from, I don't know if you guys remember from last episode, but I will take you back and show you what we're talking about. Right up in there. Right up in there, just above the spot where I threw my new brewing station in. You see what I'm saying? Just right there. Pretty slick, pretty sweet, right? And it looks like supports, it looks like it's built in, like it's kind of, you know, it looks structural. It looks like it's kind of necessary there to support the whole thing, so I'm digging it. Over here, this is something I want to do too. I do need to go get some more glass and stain it light gray. This is what I'm thinking for path lighting. Now that we have the stained glass here, I think that's cool. That's light gray stained glass, and I think I dig that, and I think it looks good enough that I don't have to use redstone lamps, and I can still use the glowstone under it because it's a little bit less work. So meanwhile, back under here. I don't have any cobble stairs on me, but I think I might for next time. Well, let me finish this little bit up in here. Show you where I want to go with this. So to hide all, I'm just going to put this here for now. And try to stop falling off the edges here. Okay, and then this is what the underside is going to look like. What do you guys think? Forgot to hold down shift, and then it's going to end there. And where it ends, I might actually, you know, to kind of create some kind of visual outline to show that this should stop there, I think I'm going to maybe throw those there like that. What do you guys think? Let's take a step back and see what this looks like. Oh yeah, see, I think that's looking good. And then if you notice where this kind of is about to terminate up there, boom, we could put that up like that at the top of these. Maybe up there. I'll have the pillar up there again to get to that. Oh, not like that. Come on, man. There we go. Something like that. I think that looks pretty slick. We'll do another one up in there. We can fit it. I might actually, because this one lines up real slick with that, I might actually just kind of pillar up and break those out, break those out, break those out, and have stone brick as if they connect up to there, up to those crenellations. You know, make it, you know, tie the whole thing together with a nice little bow. What do you guys think, huh? Coming along, not too bad. Not too bad. I think I might pop this one out and make it the chiseled one just for a little bit of added interest. But, you know, I think this is looking pretty good. I think this is looking pretty solid. I think right along here, I'm going to do cobble stairs, kind of like how I have on the main pass, like right here. Almost like that kind of gutter vibe that I have there. slap a little bit of that in. I don't think I'm going to do any grass under there. Although, if I did do grass, that might really kind of change the whole vibe, because I have grass growing on the inside of there. So that's something to think about too. But yeah. What do you guys think? Kind of fun? I love doing that. Love building. Probably my favorite part of the game. Definitely my favorite part of the game. Definitely. I could just, oh man, I could just, for hours just come in here and take. Anyway, restraint. So what do we want to do for next episode, dudes? I'm thinking, I have another thing I did, what I spent a lot of time doing. The reason I had a little bit of quartz here is that when we were in the Nether last time, or maybe the episode before, when I showed you guys the paths and how I was finishing them off to get to the new world where everybody's kind of starting to build up by near where we fought the Wither, and also the path, the offshoot path on the side there. That was that led to my Witherizer killing chamber kind of thing. I finished off the tunnels in there. I actually laid down track, and there's minecart track in there and all the powered rails and stuff like that. So that's finished. We could maybe check that out next time. But this was kind of a big one for me. So I definitely want to do some more mining. Now that I have my item elevator there to make everything nice and easy peasy, living greasy, that's going to be sweet. You know what I really want to do, though? I really want to expand the base. I really do want to expand the base. I don't want to be hanging out over here just kind of staring off into the distance at those awesome mountains and, like, here's zombies on the hill below me. You know what I mean? I kind of want to finish this out. I kind of have like this weird idea of maybe just putting a glass ceiling over the ravine, so you can kind of view the natural kind of beauty that's there without trying to ruin it. But I don't know how feasible that is. I gotta finish the tunnels that lead to both the iron golem farm and my zombie pigman gold farm. I gotta figure out what to do with this space here. I still have to make some tracks and like an extended railway off in that direction to go to my dark room spawner for when I need things like gunpowder and bone meal, which I may need. I may also do for next episode. I may also try and do an automatic wheat farm / what else can you cram in a wheat farm? Carrots, potatoes. You could also do in an auto farm like that. I think if you're slick, you can do it so that you can do cocoa bean in there, I think I've seen. So those kinds of things too. But you know what I really want to do most of all, more than those other things, what I really want to do? Two things I really want to do. The first is build more on that tower. God, I want to just get my grubby little mitts in there. But I could just do that forever. I could never do anything else and just keep doing that. So I gotta spread that out. But then also the tree farm, dudes. Gotta get that tree farm up. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk to some of the other Craftage dudes and see what we're thinking. Because, we freaking gotta get to a stronghold, bros. Bros and sisters. I don't know. Sisses? Ladies? Chicks? Dames? What do women prefer? I don't know. I'm not good at talking to girls. So I think that is it for this episode, dudes. I do hope you enjoyed watching. I had a good time doing it. I had a good time building. I had a good time trampling my wheat crop right there for no apparent reason. Actually, the reason is very clear. It's that I'm terrible at jumping with any kind of intent or prowess. I really do, though. I really do hope you guys enjoyed watching. I get a lot of great support from dudes on the server, on the Infinite Heights community. It is an awesome community, and I want to say to you dudes that are watching, thank you so much for all the support. I get some awesome comments, and I love doing the vids, and I love if people are actually enjoying them too. So, thank you. Makes me feel good. Appreciate it. And, check us out on our forums, InfiniteHeightsMC.com, where we have all kinds of server news and stuff like that. Again, we have a new contest coming up, a new build contest, and it is awesome. It is an ice palace build off. So build your coolest ice palace, the coolest ice palace you can, wherever you want. Incorporate it into your base, but it can't just look pretty. It's got to do something too, and it can't just keep the bad guys out. There's got to be some kind of farm involved. You need to be able to harvest something from it. It's got to process something. It's got to be beautiful. It's got to be gorgeous. It's got to be epic and awe-inspiring, and it's got to do something. It has got to work. It has got to work. Maybe it's also an iron golem farm. Maybe it's a zombie pigmen farm ice palace. You know, those kinds of things. Maybe it is an auto potionizer maker. Maybe it's a chickenizer. You know what I'm saying. Can't just look pretty. Gotta work also. Because we're building in survival, right? You need, only the truly rich and fantastic can just blow huge amounts of materials on a build just to make it look pretty. I don't think that's very much fun. But anyway, so we're trying to encourage cool looking builds that also function, and that is the purpose of that. There's going to be massive prizes. We're talking tens of thousands of in-game cash. Maybe it'll be tokens by then. If you don't know what tokens are, oh, maybe I threw a little spoiler out. It's going to be cool though. It's going to be awesome. You got a month to build it. Just go to the forums, do it. You know you want to. Check it out. The post is going to be up shortly. You guys will be able to see it. Actually, by the time this video is posted, the post will already be up, and there will be many dudes across the Infinite Heights world building their little hearts out on the Ice Palace build challenge. And you know what? I really hope you're one of them if you're not already. Just jump right in, and if you're not on the server yet, just jump into the server. play.infiniteheightsmc.com. Links are all in the description. That is it for me, TheeRealDuke. Again, I truly, genuinely do appreciate every single view, every single like, every single sub, and really every single comment. Thank you guys so much. I really do truly appreciate every single view. It's TheeRealDuke. I'm out.